Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Easy, the former manager of Messi Chinwo, and also the manager of Chidinma Ekile, former manager of GDK, former manager of GUC, and other prominent artists, gospel artists that we know here in Nigeria. Now, they are no longer together. They are currently in a legal battle. Mr. Easy came online to talk a lot of things that Messi Chinwo did, a lot of ungratefulness coming from Mr. Chinwo. And currently, Mr. Chinwo sued him for $345,000 royalty that Mr. Easy is owing him. But before then, I want us to have a brief history of how Mr. Chinwo rose to fame before Mr. Easy now helped her fame and retain her fame. Because in that outburst that Mr. Easy said, I'll still show you on your screen. In the outburst, he was talking about how he fed Miss Chinwo, put food on her table, how Miss Chinwo begged him to sign her into his record label, and now she's being ungrateful. Now, around 11 years ago, Miss Chinwo won Nigerian Idol. For those of you that doesn't know, she participated in Nigerian Idol and she won 11 years ago. Then 3 years after she won Nigerian Idol, that was when Mr. Easy signed her into his record label, and that should be around 7 years ago now. That was the time the song SS Love. I remember that song SS Love was the song that brought Miss Chimo to the limelight, because me, somebody like me, I never knew her until SS Love. Oh, Jesus, she loved me too much, yo. So that was the song that brought her to limelight, that made everybody to know Miss Chimo, Miss Chimo, Miss Chimo, Miss Chimo. And go to Mr. Easy's post right now. Miss Chimo's song SS Love is the highest view on Mr. Easy. So that is brief history about. Now when we talk about how I made you, I think it's true, it's to some extent, because most people don't know Mr. Chimo after Nigerian Idol. I talk about other Nigerian Idol winners. How many have you heard making wave? So Mr. Easy was part of her growth, but it's not supposed to be something that's, we're supposed to find a landing ground for each other. Mercy Chinwo, who has been off from the music scene, recently returned with a music single titled Confidence, which was followed up by a video. In the video, Mercy Chinwo talked about her journey in the music industry, from winning the Nigerian Idol to getting signed to a record label that swindled her. She further gave an account of how the record label denied her exclusive rights to royalties from all she worked for, how the record deal she signed got manipulated, how she was denied access to all her social media accounts, and how the label made false claims about her health condition just to restrict her from ministry. Court orders for the arrest of Mechimo's former manager. She accused him of diverting $345,000 in royalties. And amidst that legal battle, Mr. Easy, CEO of Eezee Concept, speaks his ongoing legal battle with gospel artists, and on his page on Instagram, he made it known by saying $625,000. That is how much Mr. Chimo has received from Eezee Concept till today. But you would prefer to insulate that part so that to keep deceiving people and whipping sentiment on how you signed a bad contract or had been treated bad. Same deal you desperately pursued me for years and had to get third parties to impress on Eezee Concept to sign you. Despite offering 50-50 gross earning ratio, you are still trying to weaponize law enforcement and religious organizations, all in a bid to take over a catalog you do not spend 1 naira on. You have received over 625,000 to date. Still, this situation persists. While claiming and singing it all for Jesus, your action paints a different picture. You started as my backup singer and signed 3 years ago. After he got signed, you are now attempting to claim ownership of catalog I fully funded, a body of work you never contributed financially to. For years, you have received both quarterly royalties and immediate remittances from the 50-50 agreement, but this greed and betrayal that persists are beyond comprehension. Let me remind you, I founded the label that built your platform, put food on your table, and gave you opportunities beyond your dreams. Through God's grace, I did this, and no one can erase the role Eezee Concept played in building your influence. I will continue to act lawfully, trusting the legal system and God to defend my peace and reputation, as Proverbs said. Last year, I was illegally detained by EFCC for 9 days, far from Lagos, where our business took place. Under duress, $274,000 was extorted, yet I still didn't resort to dragging you publicly. As a law abiding citizen, I choose to follow the legal process outlined in the contract you sign with Easy Concept. If your hands are clean, why avoid the multi-door resolution process in our agreement? Why manipulate institutions to bully me? You deny the contract when it speaks of your obligation and our benefit, but quote it when it benefits you. Discrediting same document that you have hugely benefited from. Kindly post your bank statement and songs recorded 3 years studio before you were studio and on stage. Unlike some music talent producers and label executives, it is not something I stumbled into by marriage or association. It is disheartening to see lies being spread and efforts to weaponize law enforcement and religious affiliation against me. I invested my blood, sweat, and hard-earned money into it. I housed you for months before securing two-bedroom apartment for both you and your band leader. You breached our contract by failing to deliver a third album and withholding funds meant for the label from content and events. When this happened, I didn't attack you. Instead, I reached out proposing a reconciliation meeting and even suggested an independent audit for transparency. Whoever repays good with evil, evil will never depart from their houses. I appreciate the outpouring of prayers, support, and love. May truth and justice prevail. This was Mr. Easy Concept post on Instagram regarding the issue that he has with Messi Chinwo, the legal battle that is ongoing right now. Having read and heard all this from Mr. Easy concerning the issue they're having, there's this thing that someone said about there is difference between gospel ministers and gospel artists. That most singers here in Nigeria, they are gospel artists, they are not gospel ministers. So I have to go and check what is the difference between gospel minister and gospel artists. So gospel artists are people that sing Christian song for a monetary value. But gospel ministers are just people that praise God, use God given talent to give to the church, to entertain the church without any financial benefit. So actually they are all gospel artists, but sentiment semester will not allow us to see. My one thing that I have noticed recently is this issue of some gospel artists when they want to announce something spectacular in their life, knowing that that will make a wave, like that will bring more attention to them. Before they break that news, they'll sing a song. Who has noticed this thing? Like, have you noticed this thing? They will sing a song that they will tell you is out that day. That day. I mean, they pray. I don't know how to put it. They pre-wrote this song, compose and make it ready so that when they break that news to you, they use that song and accompany it. The bustling and the attention that came with the new event in their life. Let's say, for example, engagement, wedding, traditional marriage, childbirth, child dedication. They must bring a song because they know at that point that the news was shared, there is this wave. Their name is trending, so the music will now follow and trend. That thing used to piss me off. I don't know if I'm the only one that got pissed off by that because it's obvious it's money. Like, don't I we know that you want to make money, that you are supposed to be making money, but don't rub it on our face that it's for money. It's screaming it's for money, it's for money, it's for money, it's for money. It makes that music to lose value for me, and that is a trend among them now. I don't know. Am I the only one that gets angry over that particular thing? Sing song for God. Don't. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you watched this point, please give the video a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in my next video. I would also like to know your opinion in the comment section. What do you think is the landing ground for them? Because I feel alternative dispute resolution is just the best instead of all this copying, suing, and whatever.